Okay, yeah, go for it.
That's right, mate. Got it?
Yeah.
John, thanks for taking the time to talk to us today. How would you assess the season so far, both from the team's perspective and from your own?
I think it's been unbelievable. It's incredible for achievement for me personally and the boys, because it's such a difficult thing to obviously win in the Premier League and to go on such a big run and undefeated. We should be very proud of that. And how we've done it, I think that's down to the managing staff and how he's got his point across to us, and the players have been magnificent, really, scoring so many goals, and we've done well keeping clean sheets this season, and to still be in all four competitions is another thing that we want to progress in each of those, and hopefully get on into the finals and win some silverware.
How important is it to you as a player to play in a side that isn't just winning, but is winning in the way that City are, playing such good football?
I think for me it's more enjoyable. I like to see good football being played if I'm watching TV, any football on TV, and to be a part of this team and how we play. And I've always admired how Pep's teams have played in the past at Bayern and Barca, and it's to now be able to play in this team and play the way that he's done for years, and it's great. It's taking my game to another level, and all the lads as well. I know that we're all improving and trying to improve every day to keep bettering ourselves and keep winning and getting more points on the board.
John Stones has more personality than all of us here together in this room. Than everyone here, guys. So, and I like that players. I love. With under pressure, the people criticize him, the people say, well, he went there and play again, and when I play, when we talk, when we that. So I am delighted to have John. With all his huge amount of mistakes they have, I love him. I love this kind of guys with this personality, because it's not easy to play central defender with this manager. It's not easy.
Because it's not easy when a team's played a different style of football for so long, and then you bring in something new, and it's new for the fans. And I thought they embraced it really well and took to it. And I don't feel pressured at all. I think you've got to kind of put yourself out your comfort zone to feel comfortable, and I think that's the point that we've got to now. We're so used to it that we're comfortable in it, and we trust the players around us to help you out if something does go wrong.
Are you conscious then of the fact that you probably are changing the way that we in this country, but particularly the City fans, look at football and the way it's played? Because this is quite new for us, isn't it, really?
Yeah. I think at the start, I don't think it's new for us now. I think everyone comes and watches us, and I enjoy watching the boys when I'm on the pitch as well. Some of the stuff that they do and how they play, and some of the goals that we score is frightening at times. And I think football's always evolving and changing and move. We're trying to push that boundary and move in the right direction to firstly win games and bring back silverware for us and the fans, and to stay true to ourselves and play the way that we have been playing all season, to not just quit on that now and try something else, because we want to, as I say, stay true to ourselves and do it the way that we feel's right.
Chips through. There's a Moraes goes out of the box. And looks like John Stones has gone down, holding his hamstring. Bad news for Manchester City.
Your injury came at quite a bad time in a way because you were flying at that point, you know, playing some really good football. How difficult is it for a professional, to deal with that mentally, because that's not something that people in sort of normal jobs have to deal with, but also just the practicality of coming back into the team, you know, how hard is that?
It's always difficult when you're coming back. I think, you know, you can do all the training you want on the training pitch, and but when you get into a game, then you know you're off pace, your timing's wrong, and you're playing catch up really. You know, you've been out for, well, it was 6 weeks for me, and you know, I just missed being in and around the boys, being on the pitch, and you want to stay in the flow of things. You know, we were playing so well, and I was enjoying my football before I got injured, and you know, you just want to keep that run going, and you know, to have it stop how it did, it was frustrating for me. But you know, it's part of football, and it was one of those things, and I had to bounce back. And you know, I was very positive through my injury, and wanted to stay around the boys and do as much as I could to get back as quick as I could. And I think that stood me. That helped me out a lot to get back quicker, and obviously the boys did really well while I was out, and you know, I was thrilled to bits.
Y con John, bueno, también hablamos en inglés, él me habla por ahí en español, pero nos entendemos.
Spanglish. I try to, you know, say a few things in Spanish so you know, you can understand. And it's not easy for any player coming to England who doesn't speak the best of English, and you know, Nico's always trying to speak English and does it very well actually on the pitch. I don't think he gets enough credit for that, but you know, I think it's good to be able to speak to him in another language for me, and to not only him, the other boys who speak Spanish, or any little thing that can be translated or understood easier for another person is, you know, it's easier for them, or for the team as well.
Is there a sense amongst this squad that if you stay together you can achieve pretty big things? You know, is that spoken about, or is that more of a kind of an unconscious thing?
I think it's an unconscious feeling really. I'd love to stay and play with the boys for the rest of my career. It's, you know, it's some of the talent that we've got, and the potential, I suppose, as well, that, you know, we could go on and do some great things is exciting, and we've got to do it first and foremost. But yeah, it's I'd love for that to happen, and I think you get that feeling. You know, Benji's come in from another country to play here, and he wants to stay and play for years and years to come because of that feeling. You know, we can go on and do great things. So fingers crossed, and you know, I'd love for that to happen.
A lot of people have sort of recognised in you qualities that suggest you could be a captain one day. I mean, is that something that motivates you, leading a team?
Yeah, definitely. I'd love to. I think you've got to earn it. You know, I don't think you should, you know, go searching for it, or you know, push yourself out there when it might not be your time to be a captain, or, you know, might not be right for it. But you know, I'm trying to lead with my own sort of captain skills without being captain, which, you know, the other 10 players do that who aren't captain. I think that kind of speaks more than being given the captain's armband, which is, you know, a massive honour, obviously. But I think, you know, I'd love to be able to deserve that honour of being captain of your club, or but that takes takes time and takes time to prove yourself, to be able to put that armband around your arm and lead the team, and obviously you want your teammates to feel confident in you, that you're captain and you're the right person for it. So I think it's kind of out of my hands, but I know I try and keep doing everything I can to be a leader in my own way, and if it comes to being captain, then I'd be over the moon.
What's been your best moment at City so far?
I've got a few, to be fair. I thought beating Barcelona last season was massive.
3-1 to City!
Scoring the Champions League for me this season. The two that I scored at Feyenoord, that was big for me. I'd never scored a brace before, so I enjoyed that. And also United last season. I played in a few derbies for Everton and never won, and the expectation of the game and almost bragging rights for the city for our fans is massive. And at Everton, I didn't get that feeling of we've overcome our rivals, our close rivals, and to be able to do that at Old Trafford last season was massive for me, and obviously for the fans and the club. It was a special moment. Great. It was just a great feeling.
And of course, it's a World Cup year. What are your hopes with England in the coming summer?
I'd love to win it, won't we all? But no, it's the old cliche, and I know you'll hate hearing it, but you've got to take those things game by game, and with England, it's always like you get caught up in the past, and this has happened, and there's everyone's got something to say about the England squad, and it's quite negative towards us. So we want to change that perception of everyone towards England, and we want to bring joy back to the nation and do everyone proud. So to take it game by game and see where we get, and obviously we want to have a quiet confidence that you can get to the final. And I think if you're in the competition, then why not dream big, because you're just going there to be a spectator if not.
And of course, we've got 3 England players in the City back four some weeks, with Delph, Walker and yourself. That's got to be good for English football, hasn't it? That 3 in the back four playing under a manager like Guardiola.
Definitely, and for Delphi it's not his position either to be playing so well. To take that into England is it's exciting. It's the partnerships that you have at your club, and if you can take that into international football, it's always a massive plus. So. If we can keep going and keep creating these partnerships with the English lads, with Kyle and Raheem as well on the right hand side, it's only good for English football.
Pleasure to speak to you.
Is that all right?
Good luck for the rest of the season.
Thank you.